What up, what up, what up? What's going on? What's going on? What's up, what's up, what's up? Just waiting for a few more to get in here before we get started. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Getting all the receipts together these days, you know. I'm talking, bro. Look at this shit. This is the actual size of the Aztec Empire. That shit went from Canada all the way down to Mexico. So what's up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's the word? While we're waiting for people to get in here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something. Welcome. All right, we're gonna try to get back into the swing of things. I apologize for being absent the last couple of days. I've been working on getting this together. These are the pages of the second book of Johnson. And we've just been working on getting stuff together so that we could bring you the information in ways that you haven't seen before. So this is Horus. Horus represents the owl. Okay. That's Horus. The owl. Okay. Now what Horus represents... is your basal ganglia and your thalamus. Okay? That's what Horus actually represents, right? Now, what Horus's job is he can Ra. Who is this? Nah, they probably just want to play a game, huh? I'm good. Okay, so Horus, who represents the basal ganglia, let's click on this. I gotta get rid of that border. Yeah, that border came out way worse than I thought. I gotta fix that, right? See? It's your basal ganglia. That's the part that goes around the eye, okay? Now, if you notice, behind that is the hypothalamus, right? Your amygdala and your hippocampus, right? The thalamus, just the part that sits in the center of the brain, is what the eye represents. Okay, that's Horus. Now, check this out. Look! I'm getting it all together. I'm getting it all together. See, the church worships Baal, right? Because they're getting the Greek and Hebrew version of Phoenician religion. The Bible, the ox, represents the reproductive organs, right? Because they tell you that it's about the Alpha and the Omega, the ox, the Phoenician ox, right? So the Bible is Baal. That's who you're learning about in the church, Baal. That's why you think it's called a Bible anyway. Right? They tell you that people that are two genders are what? Bi, right? The bull that's male and female. The ox. Okay. Right? Because it's about that alpha. Right? It's about the alpha. Right? As a Semitic common noun, Baal meant owner or lord, although it could be used more generally. Right? So, this is who they worship in the church. Hey, my girl decided she was going to try out church for like the third time. Tell me why. She started calling people devils and demon worshippers and shit. And I was like, are you serious right now? I was like, is this what you've been doing? She's like, oh shit. Like, it was crazy. I'm like, look, now you see what I was warning you about reading that fucking book, right? Recordings? Yeah. No. That's what I got my internet hooked up for, was so I could start downloading my lives. Now, all right, so let's skip the black and white ones. We'll get to the color images, yo. Check this out. Let me show you what I've been working the last couple days, right? I've been working my ass off. Check this out, right? So, the original version of Jesus Christ, which is still not a real character, that's the original version of Christ right there. Now check this out, right? So, who replaced the Jesus, and what got replaced? Well, look, if you look, right, this is Cesare Borgia, right, son of Pope Alexander the 7th or 6th, right? That's his gay lover, Leonardo da Vinci. People didn't know that Leonardo had a thing for dear sweet Cesare. You know, they kept that kind of secret from the public, right? But and you know, Leonardo did such a good job disguising it, you know, with his buddy Cesare here. Right? Oh, why won't it fucking... I don't want to see the words. I need it to clear up on that section. There we go. Like that. All right, so Leonardo was Cesare's lover. Okay. Now, Leonardo, being Cesare's lover, decided to hide him in plain sight as the Mona Lisa. Yeah. That's the Mona. That's who the Mona Lisa is. You know, I discovered that shortly. A couple months ago, right? Or a couple weeks ago, I figured that out. You know, like I finally cracked it. Like everybody always wondered, oh, who was that person that the Mona Lisa was? Like, who was it? Nobody ever knows who that lady was. It's because, but you look like a lady. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Why should you believe me? Because it's easy to see. That's why. Because I fucking made it as easy for you to see as humanly possible for you to understand this. What is this? The lips match. Like, the lips match. They got that same crooked little fucking thing in the middle. The eyes match perfectly. And these are paintings. These aren't photographs. They're fucking paintings, man. You know how specific you gotta be. Yo, I'm telling you on media, I'm fucking telling you, bro. Like, I can't break nobody out of these spells, man. They'd be like, oh, I see it, but is that? No, it can't be. Ero, his boyfriend, man. This is his boyfriend right here, Cesare. Cesare Borgia, who killed his sister Lucrezia, who motherfucking, he was the lover of Leonardo da Vinci, and what's his name? What's the other one? Michelangelo got put in a competition to see who could create a reproduction of him in likeness to replace Jesus, bro. This is the contest that Pope Alexander the fucking 6 had. That was his father, was Pope Alexander, and when Cesare died, they fucking took his picture. Right? Leonardo was like, oh, my dear Cesare, him and Michelangelo went at it, and he created the paintings of. You get what I'm saying? And then he... Oh, why can't I adjust this thing? There we go. You see? Took his picture, eh? Fucking right he did. Where can you find all this information? You're at the place where you find all the information, my friend. What do you mean? Why would you need to go... Do you not understand? Do you not understand that nobody has seen this? This painting, as long as this painting has been the fuck around, nobody has figured out that it was actually Cesare Borgia this whole entire time except for me. Do you understand? Like, yeah, you can't make this shit up, bro. Like, you literally cannot make this stuff. Like, you know. Like, why would you... What? It doesn't even make sense, bro. Like, you can find this information all around you. It's just whether somebody takes the time to put it together. Bro, you're looking at a book that I'm putting together. You're looking at a book that's coming together where we explain things. You see, back before, see, the destruction of this character being added into the Bible changed the information that you were receiving in the Bible. Okay? Let me explain it to you, right? Before the Bible became a book of religion, it was a book of science. It was a book of ethics. It was a book of astrology and many other things, right? But because words have been changed, because people have been changed, because things have been done to it, you no longer get that kind of information, okay? Okay. Okay. And so first we must reveal the hidden parts so that we can get into the really hidden parts. Where the hell's my lighter? We're going to get into it. Brandon is disconnected from the live. I didn't invite nobody into my live. So let's get into the real secret of what was in the Bible that got removed. Check this out. Understand? I want you to notice something, right? Notice how you got the 3 little arches that pop up from the top, right? You got the 3 of those there and that arm going out this way. Let me show you something, right? See the aorta? Look, right, I want you to notice the 3 are the 3 that come off the top of the aorta, right? Now look, right, see that pole stick back there? Now look, right, this arm, watch, see how this arm goes down like this, and this one goes out like this? That's your aortic arch. That's this right here, okay? You see how this guy's standing on the back with his arm up? Reaching for the shoulder. Look, see how he's standing on the back and he's reaching, and then below him there's another one, right? That'd be this guy right here that's reaching in. Yeah, no, Billy Carson did not fucking bring this out. Billy Carson don't know this shit. He'll tell you all kinds of ass backwards lies. Right, so you got the 3 in the back behind it, right? But then you got the 3 in the back but are behind it. You just 1, 2, and 3. You can't quite see them because the picture's not that great. Don't compare my shit to fucking Billy Carson, dog. Leave him out of this shit, okay? That dude's a fucking psyop, okay? Now look, so you got the aortic arch, right? Which is the left and the right here. You have the 1, 2, 3 of the 1, 2, 3 on the right side of the heart. I gotta adjust this picture. Hold on. Matter of fact, here, let me do that while you guys are in here with me, while I'm remembering. Let's open this bad boy up. Hold on 1 second. He's a psyop. He's one of the people that's here to give you wrong information. Oh shit, good looking out, Revolution. I didn't even see you come in here, bro. What's going on, man? Hold on, I gotta adjust my Jesus picture. Select the photo to edit. I wonder if I could just added the picture of the heart. Let's see if we could do that. Right, because right now, like that's missing too much. Right, that heart up in the corner. So we're gonna try to add one in here just to make it easier. Oh wait, stickers. My stickers, favorites. Oh, I gotta make stickers in here first. Shit. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? Supreme Rising to you, brother. Thank you. All right, I'll do the adjustments later. We'll do the adjustments to the pages later. All right, so these are going to be the pages in the new book. Look, and I'm making a black and white version so it can be sold globally, because they won't let me sell my other book globally because I didn't make a black and white version. Everywhere doesn't allow for color. But look, the black and white version is going to be just as dope. Look, check this out. See, so, you got the old school Bible stuff where you got the 3, which are the 3. You have the heart, right? This is your right atrium. That's your patent foramen, right? Now, the thing about the patent foramen, right? The patent foramen ovale is part of your growth, right? And so that's why they show you the baby in the place of the patent foramen. The reason they show you the baby, which is supposed to represent Jesus, it's known. Hold on, let me show you. I gotta show you the patent foramen. Give me 1 second. Oh wait, that'll be right here. Look, right. The patent foramen is a little tiny passageway that before you're born, there's actually a section that is right here named, see, the patent foramen ovale. This valley closes up as you mature. Meditate. I hate to break it to you, but no, Billy Carson's just a psyop, brother. He's just giving out bad information. He's regurgitating all the same nonsense as everybody else. He's no different, bro. I hate to break it to you. All right, so let's get back to that, right? So this is the patent foramen, which is why they show you the baby Jesus laying across here, because this actually closes in before you're born. Typically, if it's left open, it's the PFO, which is a problem. Okay, but when you're a baby, that's in your system. Okay, so check this out, right? So let's move along, right? So, as you can see, the old school representations of Jesus, whether you get into the newer stuff or the really old stuff, still represents your heart. Right? This is why we keep trying to tell you that the cross is your spine and your clavicle. I'm not sure if it closes when you pass your first breath of air, but I know that it closes up before you're physically born. It's supposed to anyway. Right? So, you get it? The energy, right? Look, this is one of the other common misconceptions, right? They're like, oh, these are pagans and sun worshipers and da-da-da. The sun is within you. Okay? The sun is within you. See, they've got this idea that ancient Egypt was about paganism, right? Because they don't understand what it really is. You understand? The sun that floats behind Amun, which everybody calls Ra. Hey, wait a minute. Where's that PDF? Oh, here we go. Right? Is actually the energy. Well, you wouldn't have gotten this information reading the hieroglyphs the way they currently tell you. I can promise you that. Because the way that they tell you now throws it all the way off, right? The sun that was seen in Egypt. Yeah, see, that Book of the Dead isn't even the Book of the Dead, and I'll prove it to you. Is actually the sun that's within your mind, right? Because when you create thoughts, let me show you this real quick. Where is it? This one right here. See, when you create a thought, there's an electrical charge, or the sun out of the light into the dark. You understand? In the beginning there was darkness, and then let there be light. No, there's incorrect. Let me explain it to you like this. Mauve look. Let me explain it to you like this, right? There's the incorrect interpretation of this, which creates paganism. No, both are not correct, because this is where the origin of paganism comes from. Is the misinterpretations of what was being represented. Everybody thought that the ancient civilizations worshipped the sun, as in the sun that is external. But it's the blood with the electrical charge going around it, right? So what they did was misinterpreted these balls of blood, energy, oil, and water, and electricity as the actual sun. Jesus Christ, bro, we're not talking we're not getting into Christ, because they tell you to let your soul be anchored, right? And they also tell you about your one accord. They say where your treasure is, your heart will be also, your chest. You get what I'm saying? We need to forget about Jesus, because Jesus was the end of all that information. Okay? That's the problem with the character named Jesus, right? Because when you go inside the church, where's my church stuff at? We got to get into the church stuff, right? Because when you go inside the church, what happens is you're given frequencies, right? You learn of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, all masculine. You learn of everything masculine, because Jesus came in. Yeah, exactly, Mauve. Exactly. See, you see what I mean, Mauve? So you go inside the church, right? Now, the problem with that is that churches are made of semantic frequencies. Now, the trick of the church is when you go inside these buildings, these are buildings of healing originally, right? They were buildings of frequency that were created in order to restructure your genetic coding. The windows on the church determine the type of DNA that it's altering. Now, knowing that, you would go to the correct church that matched up to your genetic coding, and you would go stand on the altar during the sun time when the sun was passing through these, because the different colors were altering the frequency that was going into the building. And so they would ring the bell around noon, because that was the time that it was going to be jetting, but that it was actually going to be aimed at the altar. So with the frequency of that and the change of the light that was passing through the stained glass window, you now have a building that is in a shape created to magnify and amplify frequencies with a frequency conductor, the bell, sitting at the top with mercury and copper ran through the bell tower that went down to the altar. Everything aimed at the altar, and you would get your energy fixed and adjusted. Okay? Now, you go into the building of the church, receiving that good energy, but learning about demons and devils. Right? And so by doing so, what you're doing is actually receiving demons and devils, what you were told are demons and devils, during a time that you're having a positive reinforcement in the mind, which is altering the frequencies of the body with negative beliefs at the same time under the guise of it being positive. You understand? Because what you're doing is tricking your mind. It is now programming your subconscious to subconsciously produce dopamine and adrenaline at the thought of devils and demons, which is why everybody in the church is addicted to devils and demons. You understand? Because while you're receiving positive frequencies, they're talking to you about devils and demons, which is training your brain to produce dopamine at the thought of devils and demons. Which is why everybody that actually goes into the church walks around seeing devils and demons everywhere they go, because their subconscious is being trained to be attracted to these things. Oh, we know that, Mike. We know that there's no such thing. But the problem is that's what people are being taught inside the church, is that these things exist while getting their frequencies altered. You understand? As soon as you start getting involved in that, the first thing that's why they all walk around saying and think, oh, you're the devil. Oh, you're the devil. And look at how excited they get. You understand? You'll see them come into my chat while I'm showing you the hieroglyphs and things, where the Bible actually comes from. But you get it? So let's break down some of the characters of ancient Egypt. First, you have Amun. Right? First, you have Amun. Now, Amun is said to be the creator god. The reason that they say that Amun is the creator is because Amun's horn is the C4 of your hippocampus. What you are now looking at is nothing but medical terminology. Amun's horn is your hippocampus. Okay? You get it? Amun is your hippocampus. Now, what happens? Your hippocampus is what controls cognition and memory. Okay? Now, they tell you about your Christ energies, right? Where they're created, right? This is where they're created. Now, your foramen is the passageway for all of your... This is in the brain, right? This is your foramen vertebral, which is your vertebrae, which is also your ankh, which is why I turned it upside down in the first place, so you can see that the vertebrae is the ankh. Okay? Your neural foramen, right? Notice how it's all foramen. Right? Foramen, the neural, that's your nerve that passes through the foramen vertebral, right? Now they tell you that, look, right? So they tell you that your Christ consciousness passes from your mind down your spine to what? Your hips, right? The greater and lesser sciatic foramen, right? And then it's got to pass through the foramen Winslow as it returns to your body. So Amun represents the thought, the creation of the thought itself. The sun that you see behind amun is none other than the sun that gets created in the mind when you think. Okay? So now that we understand that, so now you know why Horus, the owl, carries the sun, because Horus represents the thalamus. No, that's the first book. The first book reshapes the consciousness. The second book is the one that explains all the body stuff. That's what that's what you're looking at now. I'm in the process of putting the pages together, right? So this is your basal ganglia, right, which sits on the outside of the hypothalamus and the hippocampus. Okay, so Horus carries the sun because the sun is your electrical charge, and Horus is what distributes that electrical charge throughout the body. Okay? Now, so that's Horus. Now you have Osiris. Osiris represents the pineal gland connecting to the heart. Okay? The feathers would be the eyelashes. The O's iris would be the pineal gland. This is your aorta. These comes off the aortic arch, which is why it makes the arch. This is your pulmonary, and that's your ascending aorta. That's standing in the chamber right here. Okay? It represents the heart, which is why they give you the story of Osiris being split into 15 pieces, because they're talking about the different glands that the heart goes to, which is all attached to your endocrine system. You have the 12 main glands, and then you have the hypothalamus and the pineal gland. Okay? That's your 15. All right, so that's why Osiris gets split into 15 pieces, and Isis puts them back together again. Because Isis, also known as ontogenesis, is the development of the individual organism and includes a set of morphological, physiological, and biochemical transformations from the moment of germination up to death. All right? The growth of the brain, the growth of the body, all evolution is onto Genesis, or onto gene Isis. Okay? So, also known as ontogeny. So Isis represents the creation of man. You know how they give you the story about Isis, how they say that she was one of the Anunnaki that carried man in her womb? Right? Carried man in her womb and created man by mixing man with herself. The process of evolution, the splitting of one cell into multiple cells, is known as ontogenesis, or ontogene Isis. Isis represents evolution. Okay? So you got Isis and Osiris. So now you know why Isis and Osiris are married together. Because as the body grows, you understand? The heart expands to everything. You get what I'm saying? Okay? So now for a better idea of Amun, all right? When you see the horns out like this, he's representing the muscles. Inside your head is your lateral ventricles. This is your inferior and your anterior horns. That's what they're called in medical. Interior and inferior horn are the lateral ventricles. Okay? Notice Amun's horn is separate. Now you understand why they have a separate set of horns here, because this is representing the muscles of the mind, and this is representing the hypothalamus itself. That's that right there, right? And then the chin is a little nutsack hanging off of there, okay? This is your medulla and the midbrain connecting to everything, right? So that's what amun represents, and now you understand. Now, where's the other guy at? Let's see. These two, this one. We could break down Baphomet in a minute. Okay, so check this out, right? Inside your head, you have amun, right? You have amun. You have Horus, represents the basal ganglia and the thalamus. You have Thoth, who represents your midbrain, right? That's the midbrain, right there. Okay. You have Set, that represents the medulla. You have Osiris, that represents the heart that's connecting to the pineal gland. And then, of course, you have Anubis, that represents the tongue, which is the one that balances out the scales of life and death, right? So inside your head, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Egyptian gods. And the growth process makes the 7th, right? The 7 seals the heaven. Oh, it means a lot, Ben. Sir with the woman's picture. Okay. All right. We're going to get to that here in a moment. Now. Okay. So now that you know all the different ones that are part of your spear ritual, right? Now you understand that the word spiritual doesn't come from that. Look, I'm going to show you all some shit that I haven't gotten into yet. I haven't gotten this far yet. I got to still make the PDFs for a lot of, I got to make a lot of PDFs, yo. Like a fucking lot, yo. Hold on. Let's go to the screenshots real quick. Let me show you something, right? Hey, look. You see where your Kundalini serpent? Oh, it's the Kundalini. Shh. You see where it actually comes from? See the serpent that's passing? And the serpent that's passing? Right? Alright, yeah, we're going to get into some stuff. It's all about that spear ritual. Right? Those spear ritual texts, huh? A lot of spears in these texts. A lot of rituals taking place here. Right? I should bring up the story of Moses. Right? In the story of Moses, right, they say, cast down thy rod. And he cast down God asked, hey, look, this is the funny part about the story of Moses, right? In the story of Moses, right, God asked Moses, what's that in thine hand? And he goes, it's a stick. Or he goes, it's a rod. And he goes, cast thine rod on the ground. And he cast his rod on the ground and it became a serpent. Right? It became a serpent, right? No, I don't fucking watch Billy Carson, bro. He's a fucking liar. Why would I watch that guy? Right? He cast it on the ground and it became a serpent, right? And then then the next part of the story tells you, that was when he was traveling to go and see the Pharaoh, right? And then the serpent that got cast onto the ground, it turned into that serpent, went chasing after the Pharaoh, right? Right? Where's the serpent? You don't fucking see the serpent right there? You don't see that serpent? You don't see that rod being cast onto the ground turning into a serpent? Which actually, if you want to know, right, let me show you something real quick. Why is that a serpent? Because these are your serpents, your veins. Your veins are your serpents, right? Now check this out. Let me show you something. Watch, I want to show you this. This is going to fuck you up. Because this is... Matter of fact, here. Let me do this. Because while I'm telling you about it, let me put it together. Please. Just let me put this together for you so that you can see it all together. I got you. Give me 1 second. Where'd that picture go? We're going to start breaking down everything for you. I believe it's this one right here. So let's do multiple pictures. Nope, go back. Go back. Watch, I'm going to show you real quick. Oh, you fuck. Stop doing that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Multiple. Okay, there we go. Now, give me this one. All right. And now we're going to go down like this. Where's the... And we're going to add this picture right here. This picture right here. Watch, I'm going to teach y'all some shit. All right, we're going to add this picture right here. We'll add that picture right there. That picture right there. Now, I need one very specific one. Where's it at? Hold on, I want to show you what that arch is. You're going to be like, get the fucker out of here. You're like, are you fucking serious? Give me this one right here. I need one more picture. Hold on, I'm missing one. I got to find one. Once I get this one, you'll understand why it was so important. Just give me 1 second. All right, we're at 7, so let's make this number 8. Pink. And hold on, I gotta find one more picture to put it all together, and we'll be good to go. Okay. Actually, we'll get rid of that one and that one. Give me this one. Give me this one. And this one. Pink. You ready for this shit? This is gonna fuck you up.
Hello?
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and we're back.
Daddy's got to make
Fucking loud ass woman. Look, check this out. All right. Okay. So let's do it like this. We're gonna organize it like this. We're gonna drop this one here in the middle. Let me zoom it like that. Now we're gonna shrink this a little bit, and we're going to drop this here, and then drop this here, like this, like that, and then take this one and put it like this. Right, because that's your cross. And we're going to leave that one there, put this one here, bink, like that. Shrink this one. Actually, let's do like this, and then delete. Hopefully that'll fucking let me. Ah, made it go the wrong way. All right, whatever. What the fuck ever. Okay, all right, it's cool. It's cool, man. Okay, so the heart is what the Bible used to be about, was biology and science and things. God is the dog. But we'll get into the God being the dog here in a moment, okay? So let's go like this. And we'll leave it, I guess we'll leave it like right here. Right? That gives us plenty to work with just to make this point. Okay. Shrink this one down. All right, so you see what we got going here now, ladies and gents? Are you? Matter of fact, just get rid of that one. Bring that down like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, this book that I'm fucking... This second book is going to be dope as shit. Yeah. Like, it's legitimately going to fucking rock out all the knowledge. Let's move this up here like this. Shrink it just a little more. Right, the shepherd's staff, which is also the serpent's rod that's being cast to the ground, which is your aorta, the ascending artery. This is your aorta, which is the 3 tassels that are at the top of the hat. Right here. The cross is your spine and your clavicle. Okay? I'm telling you, yo, this shit is gonna get good. I'm telling you, all this misinformation and stuff I'm floating around is about to come to an end. So let's get that. Now we got a copy of that. Let's take that copy. Now that that's done, the sun comes out tomorrow. Okay, so the book is getting good, yeah. The book is getting good, right? So look. See, now when we got the page, right? We can just zoom in on everything. This is why I love it. I swear this shit is going to be so dope when I'm finished, right? So the spear that he's holding is your spinal column. You understand? Oh, I should have put... That's the picture that I should have put in here. That's what it was. See, because the man that was on the cross was originally the representation of the heart. See, the arch of that is that right there. Which is why you have the 3 with the little hook. 3 with the little hook. Okay? Now, we have the left and the right side. That's why the feet split to the left and the right. The white is the tendons. Right? You have the 3. The 1, 2, 3. Then the 1, 2, and the 3 for the left. Now you have the feet on the cross because it represents walking in spirit. Right? And the spear ritual that's being performed. You have the rabbit representing the new life, right? That oil and that blood that's passing through the heart. See the arteries of the heart? Notice how the heart has 3 valves on either side of it. You understand? This is the oil. The oil is now passing through the spine up to the mind. Right? That's why in this image he's what? Feeding the serpent, right? The oil, the pine going into the... You understand why? Because what's the serpent represent? Your spinal column and your nerve ends. Yeah. Yeah, tarot, that's literally what it's all about. right? And then they took the stories that were created out of it and gave you other stories, which led you away from it, which destroyed your connection. Right? The ascending artery. The superior vena cava, the aortic arch. Right? All these things are represented in the ancient civilizations. But now you get this version, which holds none of this sacred information in it whatsoever. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so the book is coming along. Why? Because you got the Bible, right? You got the Bible, which is a Greek and a Hebrew translation of Phoenician. So you got to go and see what the Phoenician alpha is, where the aleph came from, right? The alet came from the aleph. You understand? And the aleph is the head of the ox or the bull. You understand? The Phoenician, the phonetics of it, the bull is the alpha. So if the bull is the alpha and you read from the Bible, you learn about what? Duality. You learn about paganism. You learn about devils. Because you got to learn to do evil, right? All these different things that you learn in the Bible, where they give you a story about. Oh, that's the next one I should slap together real quick. Hold on a second. Hold up. I need some images. Let's open this up. Don't worry, no funny stuff gonna pop up. That's for the computer, not the tablet. God, I killed myself. I'm sorry. My sense of humor is fucked up. We need the nervous system. Go to images real quick. Gotta snatch a couple images real quick. Hold on. Gotta get it together. Okay? We're gonna get it together, brother. Hoorah! Alright, so let's see here. Oh man, that is shot out looking. Need some good pictures. Okay, so your tree of life. Hey, that was my proper laugh. Did you like it? I feel like it was proper enough. File download. Hold on, I gotta put this on the charger. Give me 1 second there. 1 second there, ladies and gents. Let's just plug this bad boy in here. Okay, so this is your tree of life. Okay. Let me bring this up real quick. If this thing would actually... Oh, there we go. Alright, now we're fucking cooking. So, this is your tree of life, right? They tell you that there's 2 trees in the Garden of Eden. God, is this thing froze or something? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. That just happened. All right, wonderful. Hello. My bad. Is it too early for my shit? Okay, I apologize. We'll get back to the lesson. Okay, so anyway. Here, let's try to look at it through a different view, right? Maybe we go to pictures. No. I know I have those pictures on here somewhere. I just got to figure out where they're at. Oh. Ah, there we go. So, your nervous system is your tree of life. Okay? That is what passes the blood throughout your body, the information from your brain, and everything in between. Okay. So your tree of knowledge is the brain itself. God, all right, yeah, I'm going to have to get pictures to put all that stuff together. So, anyway, I'm going to show you something, right? Let's go to my other book. The old book, right? The last book. Pull that out so I can show you some stuff. Some stuff, okay? So, in the center of your brain is what is known as the corpus callosum. Right? The corpus callosum is the serpent that sits in the tree of knowledge. See? The hood of the cobra with the head that floats on top of it. This is the part that holds your left and your right hemisphere together. What up, Shelly? Okay, the two fish is your brain with the spinal column attached. You understand? The serpent that sits on the hood of is the corpus. It's the corpus, my friends. The corpus. So, showing you a lot of stuff there, right? You you guys wanna see Noah's Ark? Hold on, watch this shit. I'm finna show you Noah's Ark. Let's make Noah's Ark real quick. Save that. We're going to need to select multiple pictures for this. You need the ram. You also need the ox. We're going to need to select multiple pictures for this. You need the ram. You also need the ox. Of that one. Add in this one. And we need one more picture. Where is it? Where is it? It's in my hieroglyphs. Oh, here we go. We'll go with this one here. Bink. Create it. Thank you. Hey, check this out. You ready for this shit? We'll go like this. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Oh, that worked out so perfectly. Now let's take this one here. And we're going to shrink this just a little bit like this. And take this one here. I think right about there should do it. Beautiful. Okay. Scorpion. The hippo. the dog, the minky, your anchor, your tongue, your midbrain, the pons. All right, we're pretty much, yeah. See, now you see Noah's Ark. Whew. Now do you see Noah's Ark? So they destroyed what when they destroyed the gods of Egypt? You? Right? Look, they tell you to anchor your spirit, right? Oh. Oh, you didn't know that this is your anchor? Oh yeah, a lot better at communicating, my friend. A lot better. It was like night and day in comparison. All right, so you now have Noah's Ark. Now let's see. Let's replace the scorpion with a different animal. We'll pick an animal. Let's make sure it's all. Let's see. Noah's Ark is what? Ra's sunboat. Let's replace the scorpion with, oh, we'll put Thoth in there. Yeah, there we go. Thoth, the sternum. All right. Now we're cooking. You got the bull's the reproductive organs, the ram is the brain, the ibris is your sternum, the alligator, the large alligator is the large intestine, the small alligator is the small intestine. You got the connection to the brain and the spinal column, you got the midbrain, you got the tongue. Okay. Here, let's try to spread this one out a little bit. Oh, what happened? Dog, TikTok is messing with me, man. They stay messing with me. So now you have Noah's Ark. Oh, matter of fact, we should just put the ones that are on. Well, no, we'll keep it just like that. So let's save that one. Bink. Okay, we're just hey, look, you can't deny we're putting some pieces together for you. For you. So this is going low too, right? We're gonna swap this around. Let's go with this. Alright, that's plugged in. Get this plugged in. I think. So you understand? Now you understand what we're starting to get together here, right? Now you see where this book is going to be taking you, right? Right out of all the bullshit, right? Right out of all the bullshit. Right out of it, right? Because God didn't tell you his name was Jesus. God said, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am who I am. Right? No, man, it's not Yahuwah. It's not Yahuwah either, my guy. It's you. Stop. This is the problem. See, this is the problem with the church. Is that they teach you how to manifest, but under the disguise of somebody else doing it. Do you know why it works so well in the church? Do you know why the church is so effective at shit? Because it convinces you that you're to go outward. But the thing is that people believe in this so much that they're able to manifest off the idea of believing in something outward, because they have a problem believing that something is inward. You understand? I was just talking to my girl about this. Well, fucking, like, not for nothing, but a lot of people have a hard time accepting the good in people. In themselves as well. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times people will have no problem seeing the evil within people or the evil within themselves, but they're never able to accept the good in themselves. You get what I'm saying? And so what they need is an outward version of good in order for them to believe that they can have good in them. Because, look, this is the thing, all right? Realize that the people of the church are taught that all men are liars, right? That the devil runs the world, and that they're, like, you get what I'm saying? And that most people are possessed by demons and things like that. That's what you're taught inside the church, right? And so, inherently, you're being taught that mankind is evil, which makes you believe that anything good has to be outside of you, which is why the people in the church are so unruly outside of the church, right? Is because they believe that everything is pretty much evil. They don't have the ability to accept that they can be that good. You don't hear people in the church running around calling people angels and shit like that. No, it's always devil this, devil that. Because subconsciously they're being programmed to believe that everything that is good is outside of them. That man is a fuck up. That man is a piece of shit and da 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 da. You get what I'm saying? So they believe that everything that's positive has to be something except them. Which is why they have their excuses for their actions. Oh, it's okay. God's gonna forgive me because I believe in God and da 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 da. Like it's a snare of a trap. It's a hell of a trap too. It's a hell of a trap. You get it? You get what I'm saying? So by learning these things, you're being trapped. Because now you're believing that your salvation lies in something that is as devilish as it comes. Known as Cesare Borgia. Who changed the meaning of the Bible. Because at one point, the Bible was about your body. I really got to edit that image, yo. I really got to alter that one. Because I can't stand how you can't see that whole heart over there. I got to do something with that. Oh, God. No, my friend, heaven and hell are misconceptions. It's about your body. You see, I gotta break this down for you. My friend. Your sins. Your 7 sins. Wrath, pride, envy, greed, sloth. We'll start with those. These are all tied together. All 5 are tied. Yeah, the senses. It's not your sins, it's your senses. It's the emotional response that's tied to these things are what is known as your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar, sacral, and root, which are your adrenal gland. Right? Actually, we'll start from the top. The crown and the third eye, the brain and the pineal gland. The throat, your thyroid. Your heart, the thymus. Your solar plexus is your stomach, the kidney, the livers, and your pancreas. Your sacral is your adrenal gland. And your root is your reproductive organs. It's your endocrine system. You see, gluttony is your stomach. The stomach operates the kidneys, the liver, and the pancreas. Lust, the reproductive organs. Wrath, pride, envy, sloth, greed, adrenal gland, and dopamine. The adrenal gland and the thalamus, where your dopamine is produced. Why? Because envy, sloth, pride, wrath, greed, lust, and gluttony all produce dopamine. Wrath, pride, envy, greed, and sloth produce adrenaline. Gluttony also produces adrenaline. That's why they get so excited when they see the food, right? Lust produces adrenaline as well, right? And these are all things that are what? Adrenaline. That's your main center, is the adrenaline that gets bursted off of everything, which is what? The shock of raw, the electrical charge that passes from the mind down into the organs themselves. Okay? So, whether you're talking about your chakras, whether you're talking about your sins, you're talking about your endocrine system. You understand? Horus carries the electrical charge through the body. For your spear ritual. You get it? So, since I have a churchgoer in here, let's break down the Baphomet. I put this together just for you, guy, because I know this guy excites you right here. So, let's look at Baphomet real quick. You have the head. Which is your anterior and inferior horn. Your cerebellum. Right? Because this is the underside of the brain right here. Right? You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-pointed star. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-pointed star, which is the base of the circle of Willis, which is this right here. This is your pineal gland. These, your frontal, occipital, perennial, limbatic, and perennic lobes. Perennial lobe, right? Because you got 5 lobes. This is the brain on the inside. This is the brain on the outside. That's why you have the circle of Willis, which sits right here at the cerebellum, going in this way. Hey, what's up, Aura? What up, brother? I didn't see you come in here. Right? So you have the brain itself, and then you have the inside of the brain. The wings are the muscles that wrap around the rib cage. Okay? That's what the wings represent. That's why they're arched like that. See the arch? This is why when you bring somebody close to you or you're teaching somebody, they tell you that you're taking them under your wing. Your wings. Okay? You have the brain on the spinal column and the heart that's connecting to it are the two valves, because your heart, it has two sides to it, right? Your heart has two sides, and the head of the heart looks like the serpent. That's what your medical symbol is created after. So, what you actually have is the flow going down the spine to your hips. All right? It passes down on the left side. Notice how the hairs on the left side go down and the hairs on the right side point upwards. That's because on the left side that goes down and the one that goes on the right returns, because this is your pulmonary artery and this is your ascending aorta. Okay? So, all this is doing is telling you about the energies that are passing from Amun's horn, the inferior and anterior lateral ventricles, through your circle of Willis, down past your heart to your hips, and then returning backwards. Your sacred secretion. Or your Christ energies, your Kundalini energies, and da 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 da. Oh, another thing, right? Look, check this out, right? See the hands? See the fingers on the hands? Everybody's like, oh, Jesus and Baphomet do the same thing. Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, they both make these hands. Why? Because, notice, I want you to see this, right? Notice how you have the thumb curled over and the two fingers. Yeah, Scout's honor, motherfucker. Scout's honor. No, it's actually the two fingers, right? See how you got the two that go out straight and the one that curls over? Now do you understand what the fingers are doing? It's the heart. It's all about the heart. The two and the one that goes down. The two fingers that go straight out and the one that curls over. The one that curls over and the two that go straight out. Yeah, it is a mudra. You're exactly correct. You are 100% correct. That is the mudra. So Baphomet is actually duality. That's why you have the masculine and the feminine. And you have children because what are the children? Look, notice how his hand's on his heart, right? The right chest, right? He's being righteous, right? You have the male and the female in their purest form. Because children are incorruptible. Or uncorrupted, I should say. They are corruptible, but they're uncorrupted. Which is, so the children represent purity. The pure masculine and feminine spirit. You get it? Well, it's not as above, so below. It's as above, of below. You see, there's a common mistake because people put that information out incorrectly. As above, of below. As above, so below has an indication of it being two separate entities. Right? It's two separate entities, right? As above, of below, however, the correct way to say that is one and the same. The first book's already available. It's available on Amazon, or you can get the e-copy through me, where you get a whole bunch of other occult stuff, and you'll get a copy of the second book if you get the e-copy through me. But it's on sale on Amazon right now for $15. But if you get the e-copy through me, that comes with a whole bunch of other hard to find stuff. So it's $25 for the e-copy. Once the month of March is up, once the New Year's over, we're going to go back to $30 a copy on Amazon. If you want to get the e-copy, all you got to do is send a $25 donation to Cash App or Venmo. It's the Book of Johnson. Yeah, you got to change your thoughts. It's the way that you think that corrupts you, right? Everything boils down to the brain. That's why they tell you that it's mind, body, then your spirit. You understand? Mind, body, then spirit, right? You got to get them animals. The animals of your kingdom have to be gotten in order. You get it? These are the wall king spirits. The spirits of the king. The king what? The kingdom. The mind. Mind over matter. The body versus the mind. Look, check this out, right? Why does it all look like this, right? Look, right? So now we already know that the frog represents the hips itself, right? You have the dual-headed snake. Now notice how they're, look, I want you to notice, right? Look, check this out. I'm going to teach you some shit. See how this one has the head of the serpent and how it holds the staff, but the staff has the little frilly end for the flower? That's your spinal column. Okay, that's your spinal column. That's why the serpent holds it, because the serpent travels up and down, right? Because it's your veins and your ventricles. Now, this is your hips itself, right? The frog is the hips itself, right? And the staff that he's holding on is your femur bone, letting you know that this is dealing with the lower half of the body, okay? What the fuck is going on here? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Now, the dog, right? The dog represents the tongue, right? But the tongue doesn't necessarily mean that the tongue is in this part of the body, right? What does the tongue represent, right? What comes out of the tongue? The word, the frequency, the transference, the vibration, right? So just because he's the tongue doesn't mean that that's necessarily representing a word being spoken here. It's just the frequency of something, right? There's a frequency, right? Now, you got Horus over here, right? Representing the what? The transference, because Horus is responsible for transferring the energy through the body. Notice how you have the chamber of the heart here. Where'd he go? Right? You got the heart, and this symbol represents two different things. You have the spinal column, the tissue in the spinal column, and you have the circulation of the heart. Right? Now, notice how it shows the ducts. Right? Notice how there's blue in the back, the water, right? And you show ducts. Why? Because it has to pass through the water, right? So he's bringing the information from the mind down through the waters, right? You see him, Horus, flying, the action of it traveling. Now, this is the king vulture. The king vulture represents your brain, because your brain absorbs everything. So the king vulture is the brain. That's why you see him on the crowns, right? You see the crown next to the serpent, because the king vulture represents the brain, because it absorbs everything. And the serpent that sits next to the vulture represents your corpus callosum, which holds the two sides of the brain together, okay? That's that image that I showed you earlier. Now, you have the monkey that represents your midbrain, right? Because, so you have, now remember, this is the basal ganglia and the thalamus and the pituitary gland, right? So this is the thing that transfers the energy, right? So you have the transference, the carrying of the energies. You have the frequency that goes with it, right? So what are the two things? When you have energy and the frequency, you have what? You have the cause and the effect, right? You have the one that carries and you have the energy, right? So what does that do? That creates. You understand? In the hips, this is the hips. Your ship, your hips. Take the S off. You get what I'm saying? Now you have Osiris that represents the heart connecting to the mind, right? Now he's holding the staff that has the femur bone. That's letting you know that this is dealing with the lower portion of the body. Now, as you see, she's putting the vertebrae around the spinal column, right? She's got the ankh in her hand right there. You see Horus, right? You see Horus has a serpent in his hand, connecting it, right? Bringing it into the ship, right? So look, she's got the vertebrae going into the spinal column. Now you have the vertebrae of the spinal column going into what? Creating the legs. So what is this talking about? This is the creation of the lower half of the body inside the hips. This is the hips. It's part of the creation of your baby. Because your bones have to pass through, right? You see it, right? This is your femur, letting you know it's the bottom part of the body. That is your hold on, let me show you something real quick. Oh, I should make that PDF. Hold on. Let me make that one real quick so I can show you. Give me 1 second. Put that together for you. Save it, please. Yo, watch this, right? Let me show you. Show you a bunch of stuff today. Right, it's definitely not just a fun boat ride now. All right, so check this out. Let's put that together real quick. Hold on. We get this image right here. Let me get this image right here. Now we need to go to... Watch. Yo, I'm gonna fuck y'all up with all this information, yo. Give me this image right here. Give me this one. Give me... I need... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me that one. I need the pictures of the vertebrae. Hold on 1 second while I find this. I gotta find this image for you real quick so I can put this whole thing together for you. See, this is why I do this live, right? Because while I'm discussing this stuff with you, it makes me think of the next page I need for the book. Right. We're just putting shit together here, folks. Putting it together, okay? We're gonna get it together, class. Okay, now, class, take the marijuana and pass it all around and make sure that it comes back, okay? Sniff it, okay? Take a smell of it. Feel it. You know, don't eat it. Don't eat it, children. Just pass it back, okay? Children, where is it? He was like, where is it, children? You gotta pass that back, okay? We're gonna get in a lot of trouble, you guys. Alright, so let's get those 2 images. And we're up to 7 images so far. I think that should be good, right? For the vertebrae and stuff. No, I am missing 1 or 2. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get the last 2 images for this. This one right here. Perfect. And I believe that's it. Yeah, I believe that's the last one that I need. No, this one right here. Now we go. Okay, you ready for this? Check this out. Alright, so let's do it like this. Let me get this one. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so go like that. All right, so let's see if that works. Maybe there's too many of them. Do I have one I don't need? Yeah, we can get rid of that one, so we'll get rid of one. Let's get rid of that one. delete it. And maybe we'll get rid of this one too. Delete. And then go back to the layout. Let's go to this one. This one. Oh, there we go. All right, so check this out, right? Let's see if we can shrink this image down. No, of course not. That would be convenient. Okay, so let's put this one in the middle, like this. There we go. Okay, so this is your spinal column. Okay. These are the different sections of the vertebrae, right in between the vertebrae. Then these are your vertebrae itself. Now let's take that and let's swap this one down right here. So notice how your vertebrae is your ankh. I wish I could make that fit just a little bit better, yeah? Hold on, let me try something else, because maybe if we do it like this, and then we'll put that like that. Like that. I like that like that. Yeah. The vertebrae. These are your vertebrae. Okay? Your vertebrae is your ankh. Let's get rid of, say, we'll get rid of that one. Blink, just like that. Now, shrink this down. To the 7 and the 12. You know, the 7 seals to heaven and the 12 disciples. Oh, that's not what they're talking about there. Oh, no. He's figuring stuff out, guys. And that guy's clever. Why does he do it so often? All right, so there you go. So now, wait a minute. I was about to say, where's that fucking picture? So now, what program is that? I believe that's Photoshop. Yeah, that's Photoshop. Which is, hey, let me give you the good ones. All right, Wondershare is good for, like, if you take it out of Photoshop, like, I'll put it in Wondershare. Look, this is how I'm going to do most of the writing and stuff. Am I religious? No, why the fuck? Why would I be religious, guy? Why would I be I'm sitting here showing you all the secrets that are hidden within this stuff. Why would I follow the stuff that the general public is? This is why they say that the initiates learn to read between the lines. Right? Oh, I'll catch you later, Justin. My bad, dog. I didn't see you. Didn't see you saying bye like that. Sorry about that. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I am telling you the secrets, guy. Right? So we'll just take those images, bring them in there, and put all the writings and change, like, you know, alter them and stuff a little bit. But no, this is it's Photoshop, man. Where'd it go? All right, so your ankh has several different meanings, right? This is when it's representing the body, right? But it's not, because it's still your vertebrae, right? It's still your vertebrae holding everything together, right? This is why they say it's masculine and feminine, because it doesn't have a gender. It's your fucking vertebrae. How, like, you understand? This is your ankh right here. That's literally your ankh. Okay. So in between your ankh, you have your invertebral foramen, which is the little squishy plate. Okay. This is your vertebral foramen, which is your vertebrae itself. The invertebral foramen is the area between. Now, the normal vertebral disc, right? They tell you that these are nameplates. They're not fucking nameplates, okay? They're not nameplates. These describe what part of the body the vertebrae is altering, what it's controlling. It's not a nameplate. Okay? Now, this is your, what? Your brain stem. You get it? Your brain stem, right? Or your spear, right? Because you're learning a spear ritual, right? Right? You're learning a spear ritual. You're supposed to be reading spear ritual text to learn spear rituals about the 7 seals to heaven and the 12 disciples. Your thoracic and your cervical, parts of your vertebrae. These are representations of your spinal column. These guys, when they're sitting like this, these are the disciples. Notice how it's in both cultures. Hey, look, check this out, right? Check this out. Notice how he's got the same bird skull. Is the hard copy worth the wait? I mean, that's up to you, guy. Like, I guess it all depends on you. Like, if you need a hard copy, I mean, I like to have a hard copy of books. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's why I sweeten up the package for the e-copies. So I usually get both whenever I get a book. That's just me, though. Hey, look, I don't know if any of you shave your head bald, but yo, this is the fucking... Yo, this thing will change your life. Are digital copies really gonna... Well, you gotta think about it, right? You can't always bring your book somewhere, but you can always bring your phone with you. So if you have a digital copy, you have a copy that's on your phone. You get what I'm saying? I know it's noisy. I know. Jesus will prevail the gods and gods. Guy, Jesus is a monster. Oh, this thing works so well, man. And I ain't gonna lie. Once I start using that thing, it's kind of hard to put it away, yo. Like, that thing is fucking... I'll just be going. How's Jesus a monster? Oh, I don't know. Only because he destroyed you. Don't get me started on the church, because I will give you the truth about the church in a way that you can't fucking deny it, so that you understand what's truly going on with you. Hey, look, if you guys want me to give you the rundown, I don't know if you've been in here or not, but if you weren't in here and you want me to give the rundown of the church in like 5 minutes to a point to where you understand the damage that's being done to people, just put a 1 in the chat. If you want to see what the true damage of the church is doing, and what this story of Jesus and everything in the Bible is doing to people, I'll break it down in a way that is going to blow your mind. Because it's the psychology of it that people seem to ignore. No, Jesus ain't died for me, my guy. Alright, you ready for this? Check this out. First, you have to understand what the church is. Right? The church is a building that changes the frequency of the body, right? Now, when this was understood properly, the church was a place of healing. It has always been a place of healing. Until recently, right? Until they made this character named God and this thing named Jesus. Right? Because the word God itself is only something that's existed for maybe the last 1,000 years or so. Nobody believed in gods. Everybody had understanding that everything was a part of nature and was a part of you, and you were a part of everything, which is what you learn when you're reading the Bible, because it's based off of the ancient teachings about the spiritual. And part of the process of the spiritual is understanding that you correlate with everything in nature. This is the funny part about the church, is they demonize the same works that everything comes from so that you don't look to them, right? The thing is that there was a general understanding that the all is all, right? And that's what the labeling of God was back in the ancient days, was the all. It was just the all, which is the energy that is within everything, that's a part of everything, or your atoms. Because atoms are a part of everything and in everything, right? So check this out, right? So the church was a building that was, matter of fact, here, let me make you that PDF real quick so we can show you. Let me show you the church, okay? Save it. Watch this shit. Because the church wasn't a church. It was actually a hospital originally, okay? So we're going to have to put this together real quick for you. Give me this image. Ooh, wait, hold on. Go back. 1 second. We're going to take this like this. Now give me that image again. Now I also need the image of the church itself. I got to show you guys. You guys got to see this for yourself so that you understand what's being done. Okay, because if you don't see it for yourself, you're never going to fully get the picture. So I have to give you the images while I give you the explanation. Otherwise, I do the same thing to churches, which is giving you what? Sound doctrines, information with no images. Give me this one. Now, let's see. You do learn about angels or angles in the church, right? The different angles of life. The good angle versus the bad angle, right? You also learn about the demons. Let's get the most demonic looking one. That'll do right there. And let's see. They also demonize astrology, but yet tell you that Jesus was found by a star. Let's see. Now, you have the word that's being spoken. No, we don't need that one. Give me that one. Now, I need... let's see. We're working on the church, right? So we need the church image of the church. That's the body. And we also need an altering frequency. No, we need the stained glass windows. Now we're going to put it all together. Give me 1 second. I got to add one more image to it. Once I find that image, it'll be complete and we can get rolling. Look, check this out, right? Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Duh, where's the image of the church? There's one image of the church that I'm looking for. There it is. Bink. There we go. Oh, it's only 8 selected. Alright, so if that's only 8 that's selected, we got one more we can get. Let's get the crosses out. Okay, let's go like this. You ready for this shit? Hey, Grand Rising. What's up? What's up? Let's go like this. Now we're going to swap this one out for here, right? Then this. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting there. Okay, so let's put this up here. Hold on, we gotta shrink this one. Give me 1 second while I organize this so I can tell you about it. Give me 1 second, please. Uno momento. Uno momentos, por favors. Okay, so let's put this one up here. Move this one down here. That scary looking guy right there. Put that like that. Maybe we should just drop that in there. Yeah, it's looking pretty dope. I like the chick better. We'll have the chick walking up the steps. Bam! Oh, that works out so lovely. Okay, so check this out, right? So, you know what? Shit. Don't replace it. Just get rid of it. Bink. Let's go like that. And try that. Try that like that. So we got the angel and the demon. All right, you got the angels and demons. All right. You got astrology, is what you're supposed to be learning. I can't get that no smaller. Are you serious? All right, so let's move this one over here. Pink. Now, let's shrink this side. Oh, this is nice. This is going to come out lovely. Okay. Let's shrink this one down. Hold on, I'm almost done. Sorry about the wait. Sorry about this. I apologize. I apologize. Alright, whatever. It'll just have to be this small one. Sometimes this stuff can be a pain. Alright, good enough. Let's see if we can get this one to show it. Oh, there we go. Alright, so, sorry about the wait. My bad. Let me download this real quick. I don't know who said Zeus was the sun, but they were incorrect. Alright, so let's break it down, right? Okay, right. So understand that the church was not the way that it is now, okay? The building was typically created after the body. This would be your lungs, this would be your rib cage, this would be your heart right here, and then it extends up, right? The mammary glands are where some of your actual crosses are represented from. Okay, so what happens inside of the church is a building that is built in the ways of frequency and vibration, right? The stained glass windows control the speed and the color of the frequency that's passing through the building, right? Because different colors change the speed of light. Okay, I don't know if you know about that, right? But the speed of light, the color that you see is determined how fast the speed is actually moving, right? Or when you have it going through a window, can be used to dictate the speed. So let's look at that, right? So we're talking about frequencies and shit. Okay, so where are the pictures at? Is it this spot there? Ah, here we go. Okay, right. Let me show you something. The frequencies. So speed traveling at different frequencies alters what? The vibration of the room. You understand? Colors carry frequencies and wavelengths, which is how information travels. Okay? So the frequencies of the windows of the churches, the shapes of the windows tell you what it is that it's adjusting within your cells. Yeah, you should have stained glass in your home. You should absolutely have stained glass in your home, but it's useless to you if you don't know. You have to have legitimate stained glass to where it's exact for it to alter the properties correctly. Because what you're trying to do is restructure the cells. You understand? This is human DNA. Yeah, the cymantic frequencies. Okay? So understand that I need to use those for my next one. But so understanding that, realize that when you're going inside of the church was a building of healing. It wasn't a building of healing because of the words that people were speaking. It was a building of healing because of the energies that you would receive. So this is how the church destroys people. Okay, this is one of the tools that the church uses to destroy people now, is because while you're receiving this energy, right, realize when you go inside church, there's always a weird energy, right? Now, if that can be tuned either way by how you choose to receive that energy, right? Now, that weird energy that's floating around in the church, right, realize that while you're receiving that energy inside the church, they're teaching you about what? Devils and demons, right? So understand that while you're in the church getting the charge of that positive feeling, you're learning of things that they're programming fear-based tactics into the genetic coding is what's taking place, because the words that they're speaking on speak of devils and demons while your body, but what you're hearing, your body is not reacting to the same way that you're hearing. The frequency is altering the body. And while you're having that body altering frequency, they're speaking of devils and demons. Your body reacts in a positive way to those energies that are being transferred at that time. So what are you doing at that time? You're now programming the mind not only on a subconscious level, but a genetic level. Because you're not only altering the genetics of the body itself, but while doing so, you're hearing about demons and devils and things that will haunt you and creep you out and fuck you up with you understand what I'm saying? So you're absorbing demons and devils while your body is being tricked into feeling like that's a positive thing, which is what? Training your endocrine system. It trains your endocrine system to now produce dopamine and adrenaline at the thought of demons and devils, which is why they get so excited in the church when they start speaking about demons and devils. It's a genetically programmed, subconscious, emotional response to demons and devils being done through the cymantics. Why do you think Why do you think when they start arguing with you, yeah, it's hypnosis. It's full. This is like the strongest hypnosis that there is, because you're talking about it on a cellular level, you're talking about it on an emotional level, you're talking about it on a conscious level, you're also talking about it on a visual level. Like, they're able to visualize these things in people. That's how much it's being programmed into their system. Giving them what? Shackles. You're being shackled by going into the church. Why? No, not frequency levels. It's because frequency matters. They're playing a game of mind over matter in the church. Now the thing is, but look, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is the thing, right? Is one, they don't understand that that's what they're doing in the first place. The people that orchestrated this understood what it was that they were implementing, and that's why the churches got kept in the first place. If you notice all the old school Tartarian buildings that dealt with frequencies and vibrations and things, all those buildings got torn down except for the churches. You understand? All of those buildings got torn down except for the churches. But what did they do to the churches to disrupt the natural energy in the church? They took the bells out. The bells are what? Because they didn't used to talk in those buildings. Those buildings were just made for your healing, so it would just be ringing of bells and people coming to sit and listen to the semantics. The same way that over in China, you can go to an area where you can walk around and there'll be a garden full of singing bowls and things like that. It's the same exact frequency altering technology going on there, right? So they kept the churches, removed the bell that would have sent the overpowering sound, and when that bell rings, you're not hearing nothing else. It's just that frequency, and it's being tunneled in through the bell tower and poured into the building with the vibration of the organs playing against it, creating your dual frequencies. Your negative and your positive, creating that complete cycle and the flow of everything inside of the church. You understand? That's what they were originally for. Now, they're not used for that purpose. Now, by removing the bell and replacing it with words, you're now projecting a frequency directly at people, right? Because the preacher stands here. You understand? The preacher, pastor, minister, all those people, they all stay back here on the other side of the altar. You get one side of the altar, they get the other. It's called the altar for a reason. It's telling you what its purpose is. This is where you alter things from. What gets spoken from here, the vibration is passing through the building in a specific manner, bouncing off of all of the walls. You understand? It's a full system. So typically that wouldn't be taking place. There wouldn't be anybody speaking there. There would just be organs playing, or there would be... That's why the organs are there. Is because you can't just ring bells all day. Nobody will be able to get anything done. So you got a specific time that everybody knew that the bell was going to ring, so that they can come and get healing at that specific time if they needed it. Right? But now you don't have that. Now you have the talkers, the alterers, the preachers. The pastor. The pasture. You get it? So they project everything into the room. See, because before, this would be where you went. This is, now you understand, okay, now understanding the genetic and the energetic exchange that is going on in the building. Do you understand why, when that energy is passing, why they have people walking up to the altar at specific times? They keep a specific time when they need people to come up to the altar. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of day where we just want to welcome the new members up. Right? Think about that. They keep that specific time and they're like, oh, welcome everybody. You know, let's welcome our new members up here to come and join. You know, this is your time to get saved. Come get saved. And da 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 da. And what? The new people come out walking out, right? And it's always at that same time every single day. Because that same time every single day, that frequency right there at that fucking altar is magnified like crazy. Right? So they get that person to come walking up there, and while that person's receiving all that energy, right, it's just building up and building up and building up and building up, and then what? He touches them, and then it shocks his whole fucking system, and they pass out. And they tell you that they caught the Holy Spirit. Right? You ever see that shit where the preacher walks up because physical contact? Look, think about it, right? When your body's in the middle of being altered, you're not supposed to have physical contact. It's going to be like a shock to your whole entire system. They touch them and they fucking zap them. It's basically what they're doing. It's basically zapping your system at that point. You get what I'm saying? That's why the motherfuckers be flopping on the ground and fucking all that crazy shit. They're not acting. That's really happening. Like, understand that that's really that level of energy that's in that building. If you could just get the preacher to shut the fuck up. Like, if you could just get all those people to shut the fuck up and just sit there and enjoy that energy, everybody'd come out of there straight. Oh my God, they come out of there so good. But instead, you got that dude. Instead, while they're getting that massive, like, imagine how much energy, because look, they go in there, what? Welcoming the energies. Listen, you guys. Okay, look, the church is also a perfect example of the capabilities of your body, right? Realize that people go in there with the intention of absorbing energy. You realize that, right? You know, they put their hands out, reaching for it, welcoming it into them, calling it into them, right? And then they absorb all the energy into the room until it gets them to the point to where what? They go into shock a little bit because it's too high of an energy. They've taken too much. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can shock your system by trying to absorb too much at once. But this is the thing that's amazing about the church, right? This is the altar side of things, okay? There's two sides of the church, right? There is the fact that, one, they're using all of these things for horrible purposes right now. It's being used to brainwash people into physically and mentally seeing demons and monsters and living in fear so that their adrenal glands constantly just fucking fizzing off the chain, right? They got that adrenal gland, because imagine, almost everybody in the church will tell you they can't agree on anything else, but they'll agree to you that the devil runs the world. They'll agree on that. They'll agree that the world is full of evil. They'll agree on that. They'll agree on all this negative shit, right? But they can't decide whether it's a Trinity. They can't decide whether it's one. They can't decide whether it's Jesus of Nazareth, whether it's Jesus Christ, whether it's Jesus blah 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 blah. They can't decide on nothing else, but they can all decide that the devil runs the world. They're all unanimous on that, no matter which one you go to. It's not dark forces behind it, my friend. It's them believing it. It's their choice. It's your choice to believe it. It's your choice to buy into it. You understand? Now, is it being done to them? Are they being indoctrinated into it? Absolutely. I will agree to that. But that's not their fault. That's their parents' fault. And so now you have the ability to be the generation of the knowledge that actually separates your children and saves them from these type of attacks. You understand? You have yes, people are to blame. People are 100% to blame. Nobody's making anybody do anything. Everybody's doing everything by their own free will. You can't see, that's the problem with all this religious shit, is that everybody gets taught accountability isn't a problem of theirs. Yes, the fuck it is. It's that's it's like you gotta have like don't give the don't say it's people. What you mean? Who else is doing it? Who's putting those books together? People. Who's telling you it's real? People. Who are you listening to? People. Who the fuck else can be responsible for it than people? Is wearing the cross evil? No. Why would wearing the cross be evil? Okay, look, let me explain something to you, right? Let me explain something to you. No symbol is good or evil. It's the intent behind what you do that matters first. But now, the only way intent can be altered is through action, right? Whether that be a physical or whether that be a frequency, right? Whether it be speaking or whether it be verbal or whether it be physical, these are two things that are actions. Verbal is speaking and physical is acting. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, no problem. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that, yo. Well, look, right? There's curriculums that you can get if you want to learn the knowledge that I learned in order for me to be able to see these things. Right? My books are basically what I would consider introductions into mental magic omniverse, because I'm a Moamian. We are the star people. Okay? That's what Moamian means. It means people of the stars. Okay, we're the ones that have the knowledge, brought the knowledge, and return to bring the knowledge again. That's just how we work. Okay? If you're drawn to this, it's because you're from this in the first place. It's not because of any other reason besides that. You recognize these things on a level that makes it so that you think about them. It's not anything you can control. It's just something that you're familiar with. That's why you think about it so much. That's why every time you see it, you gotta check it out. It's because you're drawn to it, because everybody's not drawn to these things because everybody's not a part of these things. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you, yo, because you're. Never mind. I'm not muting nobody. We're good. You get what I'm saying? Like you're drawn to all these symbols and things because you've already experienced this in one way, shape, or form. Now, whether you were the people opposing or whether you were the people that understood it, I don't know. But I know that you're drawn to the things in life that you're familiar with from what you've already experienced. Hey, peace and respect to you as well. So, the book is going to be, basically the way that I'm going to do the book is it's going to be one page like this, and then next to that I'm just going to have a description of everything that's going on. Like, hey, Grand Rising fam, what's up? What up, everybody? What's up? It is a great day starting out there. Sun's coming up, or sun might be out already for you. Maybe it ain't there at all. But so far, it's been a great day. I'm glad that y'all are in here. I'm trying to help y'all see some shit, man, because, this is the thing, right? Is the people that have built this system also came from they were taught the same things that I'm teaching you now. And once you're able to see things from that aspect, you're able to thing that's being done. You understand? You're able to understand everything that's being done because you can understand what it is that you're looking at and the different implications of what it can be used for. Do you understand that this is also like a circuit board? Right? You have the different connectors. Right? You have the negative and the positive. The negative and the positive. Right? This is a light bulb almost right here. Hey, this is like the structure of a light bulb, right? Or a connection to make one, right? Because you have the arc that's in the middle, and then you have the two connectors on the side, and you have the housing for it, right? Now, back in those days, they would use a liquid, right? They would use a liquid inside of it. All right, think about that for a second. Look, you got what? A negative and a positive terminal. Right? Now remember, the dog represents the frequency, the word. Right? The owl represents the thing that carries it. Right? And look at the difference. Look, the golden on the big part versus the blue on the big part. Opposites. All right. There's your connector right there. Right? There's your light bulb. It is about currents, right? Boats are in currents, right? You understand? Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely saving this live because I just figured that out now while we were looking at this. Do you understand? Do you understand? Like this is basically an electrical current that's being created here, a light. By the frequency, right? The tongue. The frequency. Right? And what carries the frequency? Oh wait, where's Horus at? Oh, that's who's missing is Horus. I didn't put Horus up there. I should have put Horus up there. You get what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's what I should do. Yo, that'll do it. I'll show all the different animals that are on each one of these so that people will be able to see what it is. Oh, that'll fuck them up. That'll fuck them up. Cause look, this is the thing. Now realize, right? This is also the head. Alright? Alright, that's the mind. Why? Because instructions come from the middle of the mind. Right? They come from, okay? By the action of it. Okay? The action. Shit. What, you think there's people underneath the water holding the water up? People be looking at this shit and coming up with the weirdest shit, yo. Notice how you have the conduction over here, but notice how it's like, you get what I'm saying? It's 3-prong, right? Look, it's different. You see the square versus the circle, right? Then the jug for the heart, the line for the spine. The tissue to the heart. Like, everything on this side is about the heart, and this is about the body. But it's also a fucking electric current. Look. Notice the difference, right? Notice how this one's not touching, but this one is. right? This stays up top. This one goes around to this side. You get it? See how the little gap right there? And goes up. From here, it's just going in. Right here it just goes in. Here it's being connected. It's positive, negative. Positive, negative. Connector. Connector. Housing. Duh. The current of the electric C, the currency, right? Or the current seed. Look, notice, right? How she's holding the brainstem. She's putting something in it, right? She's putting something in the brainstem. She's putting something on the lower half of the body. Look, you see where the two serpents comes from? But what's that? What's he holding right there? Right? You get what I'm saying? So the book is going to be... This is why I'm doing this live with you guys, because when I figure out a question to something off of something that I made, like, you guys give me the answer so I can go make the page real quick. And it's just going to help fucking knock them out even quicker. I was sitting here doing them by myself. And I was like, you know what? Let me go talk to everybody about it while I'm doing it. This book's going to be a while. I already got one book out, but this one's going to be a minute, because this one is going to be a lot of... You get me? This one's going to have a lot of images in it, just so that people can see stuff. But I don't think I'm going to format it exactly like this. I think what I'm going to do is start to, like, leave a couple chunks out for me to write stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like, put little white boxes in here and there and shit. Because I didn't really leave any room for that, you know? No room for it whatsoever. It's just going to be one page, and then the next page over will have the description. But I like how it's coming along so far. It's going to be... it's going to be fucking nuts. Because it's like... Yo, there's a lot of things that people... wanted answered are going to be in this book. A lot of things that people have just been like, what the fuck is it? You'd be surprised what you can see when you start to see different things and see things from a different perspective. Like, okay, right, when I noticed that thing was that the boat was actually a light bulb, like an energetic device. This right here. I just figured that out just now. Like, I didn't realize that until just now live with you guys. You feel me? So, like, when I'm on my lives, like, I'm literally learning shit with you while I'm showing you the shit that I already know. That's what the bonus is of learning these things. Now are you starting, whoever it was that was asking, why is this stuff important? Now do you understand what type of things you learn just from looking at this once you start to learn to look at things from a different perspective? Like, I just told you how to create an electric current right here off of this. You understand that this is also about your body and the creation of a baby in the hips, in the womb. You understand? Heaven. Why y'all so worried about... Hey, look, y'all so worried about the afterlife. You're just letting this one go to shit. You're wasting the whole experience waiting on the afterlife. But y'all be so worried about the wrong shit, man. You're missing the fucking whole... You're missing the whole enjoyment of being... You didn't come down... Look. This is... Okay, look, right? So we're gods and goddesses. Okay, great. You didn't come here to be a god or a goddess. Or an angel or a devil or a demon. Or none of these things. You came here to be a human. You came here to get away from that. Because that's eternal. That's forever. That can probably be pretty boring. You're not here to be that. You're here to be what you are and to experience this from that perspective, not worry about going back to what you used to be. Right, you got bored and came here and now you're complaining. Now you're worried about being what you are. First off, stop saying it like you're not that. That's your first problem, is you've been taught to say that like it's two separate fucking things. Like somehow you are that, but at the same time you're not that. Yes, you are. You are, but you're here to be this. That's what you're here for. You didn't come here to be that. Otherwise, you would just be that already. You would just stay that. So why worry about being that? There is no next, there's now. You understand? There is no next, there's now. That's why everything was based on you. Everything was about you. You are fucking special. And you deserve to have the roadmap to your body and your connections. The connections to the L, the electric and the water. Oh man, y'all don't understand. Like you get goosebumps and your hair starts standing up when you see certain shit. You understand? So yeah. See the spear ritual taking place? Notice how it's different creatures holding the spear. There was more, I just cut it off. You get me? Look, still holding that spear, right? Everybody's got a spear of some sort. Like, oh, he's over there stabbing a snake because he's a warrior and there's a sacrifice. Your fucking ascending artery. You understand? The ascending aorta. Your staff. That holds your heart in place. The helmet. It's the top. The arch. This curl right here. The 1-2. The 1-2. The bump is the nose. Then you have the body. Where you have what? The right side and the left side. Get it? The heart. Now you understand? Now do you understand? Now do you understand the difference between what the man on the cross used to be? Now do you understand what the man on the cross used to be? So who is this? Who is this character right here? Bum, bum, bum. This guy right here. Holding what in his hand? The ascending artery. The aortic arch. The ascending artery and the pulmonary artery. The heart. The valves that connect to the pineal gland. Mr. Osiris. In the chamber, right? In the chamber of the heart. That's why he gets split into 15 pieces. Because the 15 pieces are your endocrine system, the organs, the glands that the heart disperses the energy to. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, children, okay. It's the glands, okay? Or in the Bible, also known as your countries or your lands. Right? The land of Israel. Oh, I gotta do that one. Hold on a second. Let's look that up, bro. Shall we? Shall we do some research together? I think we're gonna do some research together. I think you and I are gonna do a little bit of quick research. I want to see this land they call Israel. Israel. We're gonna break that down. I'm gonna show you how to break stuff down. Just a little bit. All right. Hey, you thought I was gonna open the browser and there's gonna be something dirty on the screen, didn't you? Look at you with your dirty mind.